Welcome to another Pop Dissected Podcast. Today, we're going to discuss what determines if a pop star is iconic. Now, this could mean a whole list of things depending upon the person. In the simplest way, a pop icon can be seen as, quote, a celebrity whose exposure in pop culture is regarded as constituting a defining characteristic of a given society or era. A pop icon is also someone who is so well established and known their presence exists outside of their primary field. Lastly, a pop icon status would include their longevity, notoriety, and impact in their respective field. Now, some people do like to differentiate icon, legend, king, queen. However, to simplify this conversation, we're going to use icon as an umbrella term, and it's to each their own who is the king and queen of a specific genre, and so on. If you're excited to hear more about the pop music world and all your faves' careers, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to stay up to date on a variety of music discussions. Be sure to also turn on post notifications so you can be the first to know when a new video is out. Let's discuss a few components that contribute to a pop star's icon status. We of course understand the broad definition, but there are definitely smaller aspects that feed into the bigger picture. One thing that is consistently brought up about a pop star is their red carpet looks. You don't have to look far to find a most iconic VMA red carpet looks article or for any other award show. The idea of an iconic outfit can be attributed to many things. Perhaps it's a daring choice meant to reflect a meaning, such as Lady Gaga's meat dress. It could be an outfit worn for a music video that becomes lauded as one of the best, such as Michael Jackson's red leather jacket in Thriller. Or it could even be something that has pushed the envelope and was seen as controversial, like Madonna's cone-shaped bra. We could also include Britney Spears' schoolgirl outfit in the Baby One More Time music video, Amy Winehouse's beehive hairdo, Rihanna's crystal mesh dress, or Katy Perry's signature blue wig. With appearance, I believe it becomes iconic when you either break the mold of what is to be expected, create an elaborate piece of art that means something, or wear an outfit or have a hair that becomes your signature, such as red lipstick being highly associated with Taylor Swift. Another aspect in the realm of being iconic is performances. After all, one should conclude that if you're a recording artist, you should be able to pull off an amazing show. That said, some artists have off days and some play it safe, and that's perfectly fine. So what are some performances that only an icon would hold? Lady Gaga's Paparazzi performance at the 2009 VMAs, or Beyoncé's Lemonade Melody at the 2006 VMAs. Gaga was noted for her imagery in the performance, and truly turning a simple song into a real work of art. This also occurred as she was rising in the pop world, which only cemented her as daring. Beyoncé delivered an incredible performance, serving not only vocals but theatrics as well. Beyoncé delivered an incredible performance, not only serving vocals but theatrics as well, even going as far to take a baseball bat to the camera. It's one of those performances that will be remembered. Now, does it matter if a performance is remembered worldwide or just within the artist's career itself? I can argue both. I think being known far and wide helps further the idea that an artist performed an iconic set. If only being known in their own career in isolation, I think it still holds merit to their fans. Maybe not the entire general public though, which is okay. I think what makes an iconic performance, in my own opinion, is being able to bring it all to the table. Of course, some artists are comfortable being more minimalist with their live performances, which is absolutely fine. If an artist brings their best voice, has themselves and their backing dancers in exquisite costumes, and in some semblance can tell a story and also provide outrageous special effects, you've got an iconic performance. Of course, controversy also plays a role in this. Are controversial performances iconic or a gimmick? I think it depends upon the artist and their authentic intention with their work. It simply depends on the situation. I would say another aspect of an artist's icon status would be their music, of course. But what makes music iconic? Is it sales, airplay, or just the fact it's a good song? I would determine iconic songs as being the ones that are either a staple in an artist's career, have sold millions upon millions of units and copies, and are ones that are still played long after their release. Whether you like a song is up to you and your own personal opinion. However, I could argue that a song's sales directly contribute to its iconicity, because its sales would be contingent upon its popularity. My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion, I Will Always Love You, and All I Want for Christmas Is You are not only some of the best-selling physical songs, each one has its respective legacy and own branding associated with it. Simply put, they're classics. Bad Romance, Just the Way You Are, Call Me Maybe, TikTok, Old Town Road, Dark Horse, and Happy are just a handful of modern tracks that have not only an impressive amount of sales, but are widely known by everyone. Now, the idea of an iconic song can surely be backed by solely sales, streams, and radio airplay. But as aforementioned, performances count as well. Most, if not all, popular songs have a handful or even dozens of live performances to promote them. When an artist is able to perform the same song multiple times, but somehow add a new element of production, imagery, or improv to it, I think that fits the bill. While the art form itself is very important for the artist, I'd lastly like to discuss public perception, as well as a few other things, such as philanthropy and their brand recognition. Does a pop star have to be adored by the entire public just to be considered iconic? I would argue no. The countless times we've seen rude or shady behavior blow up and become almost glamorized proves this point. But this also asks, is a star who is strongly disliked still iconic? Yes. If we take into account everything else we've discussed, their public perception doesn't really hold too much gravity to those other things. An artist who can genuinely connect with their audience and the public, but is also able to let their authentic personality shine through, no matter how bizarre or quirky they may seem, help leverage themselves. All artists have different personalities, and I think the ones that will be most remembered are the quirky, eclectic, and then humble and generous type. If you can't be recognized for who you are personally, I think that creates a huge ding in your status. Philanthropy is another one. We've all wondered, if celebrities have so much money, shouldn't they be using it for positive causes? I agree that yes, they should. When it comes to someone with wealth, anyone can donate however much they want. And while that should be appreciated, it's the most passive way to be involved in charity. Artists who attend rallies, marches, or events in support of a great cause, especially if they've already raised money, really prove to not only themselves, but to the general public how passionate they are about an injustice or a cause. With the influence these stars have, speaking out actively and being present for the cause goes miles over simply donating. Some people don't want artists to get involved in causes due to differing opinions, but I think it is something that will go down to be memorable for that artist. Lastly is brand recognition. While I don't find this to be the biggest or even most crucial aspect, I think it still has some merit to it. An artist who is iconic is easily able to, and has still been able to, get their face everywhere. Whether it's on television, billboards, or product endorsements, you see more of them and their influence only grows bigger. However, in the modern age, exposure is so easy. So let me ask, does having your name plastered everywhere and starring in commercials actually mean your presence is big, or is it the illusion of a big presence? So with all that, what do you think? Are these elements you would say make a pop star iconic, or are there other factors I may have looked over? Is there such a thing as a true icon status, or is it just one's own opinion? Let's talk about it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'd like to quickly shout out my channel members, Skyhawker, Daniel Barron, and Steven. If you'd like to help decide future video topics, get exclusive chat and comment badges, and receive shoutouts, then I'd love to have you as a channel member. Finally, if you love pop music and want to learn more about it, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more future content on all your favorite pop stars.